Yo ho ho, what up gamers? It's your boy M Town, another COD 4, and with me again for this podcast video, the one and the only M Hags, looking alive.
Heyo.
Yep, there he is, looking alive. Today we're gonna be doing a little NHL talk, talking about the off season, some of the signings, some of the trades, all that good stuff. Our some people that we think are going to be busts for the upcoming year, some breakthrough players that we'd like to see, and predictions on the playoffs. Guess start it off, Max. Who is your team? Who are you rooting for? Give me.
Obviously, I'm rooting for the Philadelphia Flyers, but you can't be biased. I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs again. They didn't make the playoffs last year. And it's just tough to watch as a fan. You're one of those teams that just, make the playoffs. Not expecting them to really win much, but they make the playoffs. Maybe make a wild card spot. Get in the first round, maybe second round and lose. But then last year, just total bust.
Just a bust.
And I just don't see it happening again this year. It's just disappointing.
They got some talent too. They got some good talent on that team.
Oh,
They got Ghost,
great talent.
good forward. Good. I
Nolan
can't even talk.
Patrick.
Yep, good forwards. Good depth. Some young guys coming up. Nolan Patrick.
Exit.
They got that goalie, Carter Hart. He's kind of a beast, I've heard.
Yeah, but then we re-signed Brian Elliott, who's like 60 years old.
Yeah, go Badgers though. Former Badger, Brian Elliott.
Roll badge. See,
Got
I got
that
the I
guy.
got the Flyers as my team, but I just don't see them winning it. I mean, and not for a while. It's
Not
just
for a
tough.
while. Couple years yet,
I mean, the
develop the young
Lightning
guys.
have to pull through. I'd put the money on the Light. I put a lot of money on the Lightning this past year because we do that little draft, and I got the
Oh, yeah.
Lightning, and I was like, wow, I'm set, and they blew it.
Yeah, they're a really good regular season team, and once the playoffs come, they're a first round team, first round exit team. That's it. They got to figure it out.
But who else is a first round exit team?
Jets, Flames.
Jets, Flame. This year was just messed up.
Yeah, it was just Flames
first
coming in. I
time
think the
ever-
Flames are the 1 seed in the West coming in, and they got shit on by Colorado.
It was the first time in NHL history that both one seeds lost in the first round.
Yep. You just don't like to see that, big Johnny fan, great guy. It's unbelievable how much money he's given to charity. It's tough to see the Flames go down like that. They've come so far. They got young talent, just great guys all around. Good team.
See, but they have a future though. So it's like, yeah, they
Yes.
lost. It's kind of like the Milwaukee Bucks. It's like they lost. It's like, all right, but we still have a future to build on.
Oh,
Like the
yeah.
Flames are good, and they're going to continue to get better. So it's like, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that they lost, but good
Now
learning
that they
experience
know.
for the young guys. Now
They
they know.
unhitched the trailer. They got rid of James Neal. They got Milan Lucic for a one-for-one trade this offseason. I guess we'll see how that works out. Lucic is just he's a body. He's just a big body. That's all I see him as. Getting in front of the
Yeah,
net, just
when he
being
was on
gritty.
the Bruins, he's just
Oh,
a big guy that just got into fights, and he went to the Kings, I believe, right? He was in the Kings.
Kings, yeah, and he ended up on the Oilers after that.
And he's just angry.
He's everywhere.
But maybe
Just
that's just
got
what
him.
they need.
Hopefully, spark him up a little bit, protect Johnny. Rank up to 48, by the way. A little off
Congrats,
topic
I just
here.
got to 54.
Max is 54, one off a prestige. Or I guess technically two off prestige.
Yeah, I do have to go all the way through 55, but
Ooh, yeah. Look at this guy down here.
I'm playing well. I'm playing well.
Oh,
We
yeah,
were
we're
struggling
playing well,
down, but now we're getting it going.
Oof.
So what are some of the big trades that happened this offseason? It's summertime,
Oh, yeah.
we can kind of get distracted, not pay attention. What has gone on?
A
in
lot
the
of big
NHL this
trades.
offseason?
I would say the biggest trade would be the Phil Kessel to Arizona trade for Alex Galchenyuk. And that happened, I think that happened June 29th, so a few weeks ago now, but that definitely was a surprise, two-time Stanley Cup champ Phil, just good guy on Pittsburgh, and they shipped him off for Galchenyuk and like a couple draft picks. It looks like, and some no-name players that I don't recognize, but
So who won
Phil.
that trade? What do you, who got the better
Oh
end there?
man, if I think Arizona. Well, it's hard to say if Arizona won because they're a shit team. They have a couple. Still can't talk. They have a couple good players, and Phil adds the
But
goal
they're
scoring.
not
With
anywhere
Clayton
near
Keller and
contention though.
oh yeah, oh no, they won't be a playoff team yet.
They got Aaron Ekblad, but that's about
No,
it.
they don't have.
You down in Florida?
Yeah, that's Florida. Yeah, they got
Those guys
OEL.
don't know
Ekman
wants to
Larson.
be there.
I
Ekman
think
Larson,
Shane
yeah.
Doan might be out there. All the old farts. There's a
Yeah, so
future
that's
there.
why-
Phil will teach the young guys something.
But I think Pittsburgh came out a winner there. I mean, Phil's great, but he's getting old. You're gonna get Galchenyuk, who's a decent player, and like you said, you got some draft picks out of it too. I mean,
Yeah, like a couple late picks, yeah. And Galchenyuk is younger too, probably 5 years younger than Phil, at least.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
you got that
Phil's a really
potential.
good veteran, still talented, but I mean, if you're looking at the long run for the Penguins, I think it's a good move.
Oh yeah,
Like
long
Coyotes,
run
I just
Penguins
don't know
won
really
that,
what
but
they're doing with anything.
yeah,
We
they're
thought the Flyers were bad. Try watching a Coyotes game.
can't even sell at their arena. It's tough, tough to be a
All right,
fan.
so what else? That was the big trade. What else we got?
The Blackhawks traded away a couple of their young guys. They traded Henry Yoki Harju. Where did I see that one? Oh, him to Buffalo for Alex Nylander, the brother of William
I do
Nylander.
like I do like the Nylander brothers.
Oh yeah, I think this. Pretty sure this one is a playmaker as well. Alex, he's pretty young too. I think Yoki Harju is pretty young too. He was probably 20. They might be the same age, but
Not a bloodthirsty, by the way.
thank you for that. I got a radar. For that trade, I'm not. I guess the Hawks need defensemen, and they traded one away. They don't really need forwards because they have Kane, they have Tays. Pretty sure they have Saad yet.
Yeah, Saad left and then he came back.
Yeah, just a bad trade getting rid of him for the Breadman.
Yeah,
Or getting rid
that
of
was one
Breadman
of the
for
worst
him.
trades I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
That was
just tough. So I guess the Hawks, they have Keith and Seabrook, two vets with just god awful contracts. Like you can't trade those contracts. I think Seabrook's got 4 years at like 6.5 or something, or 5.5, and the other guys, whatever, they're just a lot of cap in those guys. And you have Kane and Tays, a shit ton of cap in them. 21 mil between the two of them. If you trade both of them, hypothetically speaking, you could, get like 4 good players for those two with that cap.
See, I think that's what happened though. When their dynasty ended, the guys wanted more money, right? So like, look at how good we are, which is deserving. So Kane, I think, is a top 10 player in the league. But then
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
for sure.
okay, you can't have anyone else, and they just had to sell. Like they got rid of Hossa, right? Like they got rid of like their core. And now you can tell the Hawks just went right to the bottom.
After that last cup, and what was it, 15, I think, was their last cup, or 14? Oh, there's a suicide right there. It's tough to see. Yeah, I
They
don't know.
did
Just
beat
the
the
Hawks,
Flyers
they're
in,
going to
what
be in
was that,
cap trouble.
2010, 2011?
For who?
The Hawks beat the Flyers. Game
Yeah,
6,
20
Kane scored, yeah.
10, I think it was, yeah.
I think 2010, yeah.
Yeah, with the
Big
goal.
try.
The goal. There's a double kill. Shout out. Alright, what else we got for trades here? Burakovsky from the Capitals got traded to the Avalanche. God, the Avalanche were just like having a heyday with trades. They're just trading people away,
I'm
getting
surprised
players.
because they played really well this year. Like, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right. But who did they add? They added Kadri for Tyson Berry, which
That's a big move.
I think
That's a big
Barry's
move.
contract was done, or he had 1 year left, and he wanted out, I'm pretty sure. And Kadri, he's just a guy on Toronto. There's really no room for him on that team. They have so much depth, so many good centers. There's just no place for him. So we might as well ship him off
He's
somewhere.
kind of a
where
hothead, though.
yeah, he's kind of a
Didn't he
dick.
cheat someone on? cheap shot someone on Boston?
I think so. Yeah, he's kind of a prick on the ice. You know, kind of like Marchand, just licking people.
Yeah, God.
God,
Don't
that
get me
guy, just
going with
retire.
Marchand
Just
right now.
retire already, Marchand. You're done. Your career's over. I'm on a 4 and I'm dead. I'm dead on a freaking 4. Okay, what else we got here? Oh yeah, the PK Subban trade to the Devils.
Oh, final kill, baby.
Thank
Yeah. Oh,
you.
Subban, that was huge.
Oh god, we're not even halfway done yet. The freaking game's over. We're just gonna keep on rolling to the next one. We're rolling into the next one here.
That was a big gameplay, 30 and 19.
Thank you,
Mason positive 3.
24-21.
All right, we're rolling.
But yeah, PK Subban to the Devils for 2 players and 2 picks. And the guys are like nobodies. And then 2 second-round picks for the 19 draft that just happened, and then the 2020 draft. So
That's a steal.
that's a steal for PK. But you have to think, he's been on 3 teams already. This is his 3rd team since joining the NHL. I think he was like 2011, 2012 draft, I want to say. Something like that, around there. But the chemistry with
Yeah, he's
PK
getting a little
Subban and
older.
other people in the locker room isn't good, so that's why they traded him away. That's why the Canadians traded him, I'm assuming, and probably that's why Nashville traded him, because he's probably an asshole in the locker room. But yeah, that's definitely a steal for the Devils, especially after getting Jack Hughes at number 1. So now you got this young superstar coming up with PK at the blue line, and there's Taylor Hall and Nico Hischier and all those guys just booling over there in San Jose. Alright, what else do we got here? Probably a couple other big trades that I'm just kind of skimming through here. Yeah, just a lot of draft
Panarin.
picks. Oh yeah, Panarin signed by the Rangers. I think he might be one of the highest paid players in the league right now after that contract. Could
Yeah, that was a
probably
big
pull that
payday
up.
for him.
Panarin
Pull
contract.
that one up, and then also Shattenkirk went to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, 11.6 mil for Panarin,
That's
which
good.
passes Patrick Kane at 10.5 mil. So he's the highest paid winger in the league right now, Panarin. You know, does he deserve that? Does he deserve it though?
I I don't think so. I think he's good, but I mean, I think I could probably name 10 wings that take over the bread man.
Yeah, that's true. You know, he's a talented guy.
Like, oh, like there's no
But-
doubt he's good, but it's like I don't. I don't see highest paid winger in the league. I don't see that for him.
Does he fit in the Rangers roster? Like, who do the Rangers have up front? Oh, wow, I just got blown up. Honestly, I don't even think I can name a forward on the Rangers right now. And that's bad.
I'm trying to think. Well, they got rid of
Zibanejad,
Zuccarello,
or-
right?
No, they traded Zuccarello to Dallas
Yeah.
this past season. So I think they have like Zook, and I know they traded Kevin Hayes to the Jets, and then he got canned off that team. Honestly, I have no. They got like some Bufnevich or whatever, Pavel, something like that. Some other Russian guy.
Some Slovakian.
Yeah, some guy, some foreigner, fuzzy foreigner.
Some fuzzy foreigner. We're Cap and B here, baby.
Yeah, Cap did. Big Cap. Shout out Cap team. Oh, there's one. Oh boy, I'm dead.
I'm dead as well.
Yeah, so Panarin, he's gonna be doing some work over there in New York. Zook
he's
on the
got a lot
Devil
of
or
weight on
the
his shoulders
Stars, you
playing
know.
the team.
Spaz is a big Stars fan. They suck. They just suck. They got Sagan, they got Ben, you know, Big Bishop.
That's such an underrated duo.
Sagan and Ben?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's kind of like Barkov and Huberto. I think Barkov put up like 92 points this year, and no one gives
Real
a shit
quiet
because
92
he's on
there. Real
a quiet 92.
Yeah.
Because there's not on a playoff team. You know, I think Florida, they just missed, because I had Florida for our beginning of the year picks, and I'm pretty sure they like just missed. So I'm getting bombed. Fuck.
I think it's insane to make the playoffs in the East though. Like the Metropolitan Division, like I said with the Flyers, it's ridiculous how many good teams are in there.
We got the Penguins, the Caps, the Flyers. A lot of good
Devils,
teams.
Islanders.
Devils.
The Islanders went off this year.
Oh God!
Barry Trotz is the
Even
GOAT,
without
man.
Johnny T.
Yeah, they lose their captain and best player. They pick up Barry Trotz, and their team just becomes amazing.
Yeah, sweep the Penguins. First round sweep of the Penguins. Unfreaking believable. Just. And then they get swept in the second round, I think, by who the hell they get swept by? Carolina or something?
Hurricanes.
Yeah, who
Yeah,
are
the Hurricanes.
another team that
This year was
surprised
just
me.
weird for the NHL.
Jesus. Got all these teams that you'd never think would make it, and Carolina coming out of nowhere. They got Teravainen on the team. Toivo Teravainen. God. Another ex-Hawk. Another, player that the Hawks blew it with.
Yeah,
Toivo.
the Hawks really did.
They
Really
dish
did
out
struggle.
Breadman. He goes on, to play on Columbus, who sweeps Tampa in the first round, and then they shit the bed after that. But they ship off Teravainen, who makes it to I think their Eastern Conference final team, maybe? It was Boston and
The Canes?
somebody.
Yeah, Canes. Yeah, Canes in Boston.
Got a UAV coming in for the boys. Yeah, just a weird season in the NHL. Teams that you aren't expecting to make it. And that's what I like to see. I like to see that.
Yeah, shout out to the Blues getting that first Stanley
Shout
Cup
'em out,
win,
baby.
second appearance.
Oh yeah, thank you, Kirsten, for winning us $50. Love that. Love to see it. The person that knows almost nothing about hockey.
Somehow picks the Blues. That's what
Yep.
happens. So what else we got? Any other big? Those are probably the big trades. I mean, they're kind of signings. We did talk about some signings. Like we said, Vasilevsky. 8
Yeah, he
years
big
to
re-sign
stay
for
in
Tampa.
Bay. And I mean that I mean Vasilevsky, great goalie.
Oh yeah,
But 8 years for a goalie, that is the riskiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
that's like the
8 years.
Rick DiPietro, and then he gets hurt, and
Yeah.
the Islanders are still paying him to this day. I think through
Yeah,
like 21 or something, they're paying him.
And how old's Vasilevsky? Late 20s?
He's younger. Yeah, mid-20s, I'd say.
All right.
But he
let's
carries
just say
that
he's
team.
25. I know,
Well,
but it's like, do you think he's still going to be
that's not fair
elite
to
when
say.
he's 33? You think he's got 8 solid years? Like, I feel like goalies have short lives in the NHL.
I mean, it depends on the team they keep. What they have, that extremely stacked defense. They're gonna run into cap trouble
Oh.
with
As we
Kucherov and
mentioned, they
Stammer.
just got Shattenkirk.
Shattenkirk. It's a 1-year deal for him, but still, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll end up re-signing Shattenkirk and they have to dump. I don't know. They got McDonough. He'll probably stay.
Shout out Badgers.
Hedman. Yep. Go Badgers. I'm pretty sure if they had to cut defensemen, Shattenkirk would be gone. They'd keep Hedman. They might trade McDonough because they have Sergachev, who's
Shout out
young.
me on the skill cam.
Shout him out. Love that. Round 1 of Game 2 is over. Love it. Oh, man. What else?
Let's talk about some of these rookies. We talk about busts. Who we think is going to make it, who we think is going to be a bust.
Yeah, we did not talk about that. And we also did not talk about Joe Pavelski, who signed with Dallas.
Yes.
Forgot to bring that up.
Longtime Shark.
From
Talk about that
Wisconsin.
real quick. From Wisconsin. From actually probably about less than an hour from where me and Mason are from.
Yeah, just a local guy. And he's going to Dallas
And he's
after
just done.
Being on San Jose for the longest time. And I just got blown up.
So we're talking Dallas needing guys, and that Joe Pa might be the guy they
Joe
need.
Pa, baby, it could
Get
be
it
that
done.
missing piece. Could push him to the second round this year. Yeah. Yeah, busts, a couple busts. We have Jack Hughes, number 1. Capo Caco. God damn it, I got freaking knifed. Capo Caco at number 2. I know Capo Caco. Oh, that's who's on the Rangers. Yeah, so he'll be playing with Breadman. But I don't know. There's big debate on who is actually the better player between those two. And that, almost a triple kill. I don't really know what to say for that because the leagues they play in are different. Jack Hughes playing in the USHL, against the Gamblers. And It's
Yeah,
tough to
it's hard to
say.
compare. I mean, it's a horse of Pete. It's like honestly, if you have the number 2 pick, you're still gonna get a great
Oh
player.
yeah.
That's a franchise player.
Oh yeah.
You know, Rangers fans are gonna start naming their kids Capo, Caco. You
Yeah, I'm
know,
gonna name my dog that. When I get a dog, it's gonna be Capo. Get another dog named Caco. Caco, Pap, whatever his name is. Yeah, I mean, it's just
I mean, I
it'll
like
be
this
easy to
year. Like this
compare
is
them
the
because they're
first
both
year
in the
I like.
East.
Yeah, and this year I like the draft because there's so many American guys, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
usually not the case.
there were a lot of guys from the U.S. development team drafted this year.
Yes.
I mean, there were Jack Hughes was 1, Cole Caulfield was 12. I think they had like maybe 10 in the first round, or maybe not 10,
It
but
was ridiculous how
yeah,
many guys
a
they
lot
had.
of
I think
guys.
it might have been. It might have been 10. It
Yeah,
was
that
that crazy.
very well could have been 10.
It's just one of those years you just get a good age group and turns out that way. So usually it's
Yep.
just not the Americans that are always holding it down.
Oh yeah, it's usually the foreigners, Canadians or I don't
Like
even know who was the number
Capo from
one pick
Finland, I
last
think.
year. Was it Nico?
I mean, we did.
I don't know. Who was the
I mean,
first
like
pick
what?
last
Eichel,
year?
was he number one?
That was
Eventually, was
no.
he?
Connor McDavid was number one
McDavid?
in 15, yeah, and
Yeah.
maybe Matthews was number one in 16.
Matthews is great.
Heishier was number one in 17. Who was the 2018 first overall pick? Wow, why can I not think of that?
I could not tell you. This is something that's just blank. Leave it in the comments below.
Yep.
Let us know.
Probably have
This
to look
is
that
little
up by the
blank
end of the
spot.
video. But yeah, we won't make the video too long, but so you're thinking bust or breakthrough for the first 2 picks, Kako and Hughes. They gonna be good or are they gonna
I
be
mean,
bust?
I think
We've seen
one is
first
gonna
round
be,
bust before.
yeah,
Nail
and I just think
Yakupov.
one of them is gonna frickin' turn out to be a solid player. I'm not saying next Sidney Crosby, a solid first, second line guy for a while, and the other one's just gonna be just struggling, just bouncing around teams because it just didn't work out. And I got a feeling that Jack Hughes is going to be kind of like the guy that works out. I feel like he's kind of like Eichel, like great player, kind of under the radar for his career, but I
Smaller
think
guy,
Capo Caco, it's going to be, I don't know. I just feel like one guy is just going to kind of disappear under the radar after a year or two.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Alright, so for teams now. Breakthrough team or a bust team this year? If you had to pick
Um,
3 teams from the East and 3 teams from the West, I don't know where I'm going with this. Just give me your top 3 teams from each. East and West. Top 3.
I mean, I gotta say the Sharks are still going to be good. If we're starting in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Sharks, I think, are always a really good team. They're always like, if you're going to bet on someone, they're going to make the Sharks always going there. Vegas, I don't know.
You never know.
They're so, you don't know what you're going to get with Vegas, and it all depends on how Fleury plays. I think that results with their team. So that's a tough one. If Fleury plays well like he did their first year, then like they're a total threat because that team has no weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally think that Vegas could keep hanging around.
I definitely
Obviously,
see
the
that.
Predators are super good. The Flames are super. I feel like the West is top heavy. You got Sharks, Flames, Preds, Jets, Knights. I'd say that's my top 5 in the West. A team that I would like to see get going in the West would be like the Avalanche again. If they can keep growing, I think that's a team that could be a threat.
I definitely see that. How about for the East?
So for the East, I mean the Lightning are always going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best team in the NHL is the Lightning. It always is the Lightning. It seems that way. I hate the Bruins because I'm a Flyers fan, but the Bruins are always super good. Maple Leafs. And the Metropolitan, like I said, is just stacked too, like Capitals, Islanders, Pens, Hurricanes, Flyers. I gotta put mine in the Lightning though. Every year you gotta go Lightning.
Every year.
Team.
Definitely. If I had to pick out of the West, top 3 teams, I can't say the Flames are up in the top three for this coming season, even though I'm a Flames fan. I just don't see them in the top three again. I do see the Avalanche up there though. I'm gonna say the Minnesota Wild are up there too. They're gonna have a breakthrough year.
Ooh.
I feel like they'll
After
break
finishing
through.
last in the Central?
Yeah, they're gonna have a breakthrough year. You know, making some money moves out there. I think they're just doing stuff.
They're one of those teams that is really
Yeah,
under the radar too. Like they'll make the playoffs every other year or something, and then just lose first round, like kind of
yeah,
like a
they're
wild
always
card
there.
team.
They're
They're
there.
always in like wild card contention.
They're hanging around. So yeah, Avalanche Wild will be a breakthrough. Oh man, oh man. And I'm gonna have to go with the defending Stanley Cup champs, the Blues. I think they're gonna go far again in the playoffs. I think they're gonna do some damage. For a
They
bust
got
though,
is that
Jets are a
Jordan
bust.
Binnington?
Yeah,
Jets are a
Binnington.
bust. That's your team.
The Jets are gonna be a bust this year. You know they've been hot the last two, but I'm thinking Jets bust. And out of the East, Tampa, they're a bust. They're gonna be a bust this year. They're always a playoff bust. So just give them a frickin' bust. I'm going.
Yeah, it's gonna
Oh man. Maple Leafs will be a
go ahead. I cut
breakthrough.
you off there.
Carolina breakthrough. And I'm gonna say Florida is gonna be a breakthrough as well. Just
Ooh, I like
underrated,
that.
so
I like
underrated with
Florida.
Huberdeau and Barkov, Vinny Tro, and they just got Bobrovsky. They just signed Bob, so
That's huge.
they're gonna
That's
be a
huge.
breakthrough
They
team.
have Luongo.
Playoff bound. Playoff
And
bound.
like before too, I feel bad for the Leafs. I remember hearing a stat this year. I think it was they haven't won a playoff series in like 16 years.
Wow.
And I thought that's so surprising. But every single year they play the freaking Bruins first round and they lose. So I feel bad.
Yeah.
They're a good team.
They deserve to be
All right,
far.
does that
But
wrap up our outlook on the 2019-2020 NHL season?
yeah, that's a good wrap up. You know, a nice little NHL podcast, a little COD gameplay. Yeah, I think that's all we got. Unless you got any last minute things you want to throw in there, but
I just hope NHL 20 is a great game so I can enjoy it while watching the NHL 20 season. That's all I gotta say
and
there.
NHL 19 is buns. All right,
NHL 19 is buns, correct.
and with that,
All right.
it's been your boy M Town,
M-Hacks, we out.
M Hacks. Again, thanks for being
Out.
here. Love to see you. Good luck. Go Flyers.